JD.
Yep, Jeremy. 10 or 3.
Spells it funny.
AMIE.
Third.
Eric. No, actually, Jeremy Killingsworth had almost the exact same score in the exact same spot on our scoreboard the game before that. Yes. He also had 22. Yeah, but he also had 22 in the third. Yeah, it wasn't great. I've seen better. All right, championship match starts out with Yes John, and he leaves a 2-1 on our championship pair, 5-6. Here's Marvin Dorr. 10 pin.
10 pin. So my thing with this pair, this pair is not a bad pair. What it does is it makes you take singles. This pair leaves a lot of singles.
God forbid this house made you work a little once in a while.
I know.
We give you
So
a
tough.
You look at all the trash we just gave you the first 2 matches. You got to work a little bit.
You got to work on that. You can put up the scores, but man,
this pair has put up, given that it is the finals pair, has put up some legendary matches in Duck Pins Forever history. Most notably the John Burney match, and then the absolute shootout that was Bruce Smith and Colton Goode. Open frames to start for our leadoff. Second hole is Jeremy Killingsworth, Haley Brown. Jeremy has been all strikes or nothing for the most part. Spares are few and far between for Jeremy today, and he leaves a check mark to start the championship match. Haley Brown in the pocket. Fast 8 leaves a 4-7. Check mark is good. There you go, Haley. Haley gets the spare.
I said no when I let it go.
I know it probably look good on TV, but I'm not running 10 pin setters for one match. I'm sorry. I'll make my job harder than it already is. Eric Wayne, everybody.
all right, that worked.
Leaves a 7 pin.
Tim Wisniewski lost in the first round to Team Davis.
Yes.
When I covered up.
He put up a decent score.
Yeah, I didn't multi it that bad. Ooh, ball.
Solid 9 pin for Nick Morales.
What I say about single pins? Got 5 of them already.
Yeah, we gotta make them. Eric says yes to the 7. Little fist pump of confidence. It's nice to get your game started with a little bit of paint in the box. Nick will look to match. Off foot, shooting the 9, pulls it left. I will say, if this game comes down to the bottom 2, if we're going to make a prediction, I'll say as always, from the comments, comment who you think is going to win this match. Davis or Kapper. What I'm going to tell you is this, David. If this match comes down to box 49 and box 50,
One more good.
if this match comes down to box 49 and box 50, give me Davis. If this game is over before that, it'll probably be Kapper. If this comes down to the last frame or 2, give me Team Davis. Give me Greg Schrieffer ball in hand, box 50. Just my 2 cents.
Fair enough. Got these number of viewers out there sitting almost about 150. Not bad for a team tournament.
Very nice for a smaller team tournament too. It's not
Yeah,
an 84-team affair.
Yeah, this is probably one of the smallest one we did. Uh-oh.
Jeff Kapper out in the ocean.
Gotta let go of the ball.
And a 1-4 for Chris Hook. He's got it. Chris giving that head pin a touch. Ball walks right over. The Youth League shot. Can we put a 3 in front of the spare?
No. No.
It's not a 1.
No.
It's got to be a 1. Right. Greg Schrieffer.
Like it.
Very light and a great break, taking out the 5-9 just to leave that 3-6-10 line. If that 9 pin doesn't trip out, the 3-6, 9-10 is a substantially tougher shot than just the 3-6-10 on its own. Here's RJ, bottom of the first. Solid 5. Greg, get the 3-pinner. No. You see that 3-pin pop back up a little bit? I will mention it on lane 5, if you leave a 7-8 or a 9-10, hit that 8 or that 9 and drill it straight back. That cushion will get you get some pop outs in the pit sometimes. Tends to be a decent way to try to shoot those shots. Greg missing left, open frame. It is 3 marks on the board for each team. With Team Kapper doing better on wood, they lead by 30 pins, 125 to 95. Team Kapper getting spotted 28 pins in this match. Here's JD. Solid 10.
As I said, how do you feel about single pins?
Let's see, got to make them. Marvin Dorr. Another single. It's a 7. Belt. Nope. JD, 6-pin, yes. Marvin looking to cover, and he will. Okay. Jeremy 4 count on the spare. Haley 4 count as well. Different 4 counts. Haley had a middle rip. That ball bounced on her a little bit. Might have hit a seam. Open frame for both. Wood ball for Jeremy. It's a good cleanup of 9.
All right, let's go to the bottom here.
It's a little slow out the gate for both teams. No strikes on the board yet. Haley matching Jeremy with 23 in the second. Hits are even. Match is still at 30 pins. Eric Wang, spare fill. Likes it a lot.
Get over there.
And push.
That was one of those rare situations where you could have push.
Could add a push. Leaves the 7, 9 count. So you do occasionally get some edge mirrors on the right side of lane 5. Every so often.
How do you feel about single pins?
Feel about 9 on that ball.
Yep.
Eric Wank all over it.
All right, Chris, we do now.
Mike Mock checking out the coffee cup.
Good to see you, Mike.
Thank you for your Duck Pins Forever donation. If you all want to do what Mike Mock just did, click that coffee cup in the bottom left corner of the screen. That's how you make your donation to Duck Pins Forever. You can also do the super chat on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. That'll work as well. We appreciate your donations. We appreciate your support.
I threw my first Hallmark game subbing for Mike.
Is that right? Where was that at?
Walkerville.
Okay. What was your score?
190 something.
I'm trying to gauge how good of an all-mark game it was. If it wasn't 200, it's a really good all-mark game.
Yeah, it wasn't Hallmark. I think I won double.
Chris Hook blowing 5 out the middle on that spare fill.
Tommy said my award was in. Tommy said my award was in.
Oh, nice.
They had to give it to me because I was subbing tonight. I'm not regular in that league.
Jeff Kapper.
Good ball.
Got the 5 off the wall.
I call that a 20-count strike. Anytime you get that 7 or 10 pin to come back forward into the 5.
That was the 7, wasn't it? Yeah. Taking a look at that on replay, the 7 got hit on the left, fell directly towards the 5, and there it went. Chris will be open in the second as he pushes 5 out the middle. Whoa.
That's about how I did it.
Just a little tug.
Just a little tug left. That is 23 in the second. Spare fill for RJ to close out the second frame for Team Kapper. Hears it and leaves a 7.
Another single pin.
That's right. Greg testing out the reset speed of my Sherman pin setter. It's not looking great. Still filling.
It's trying.
There she goes. RJ in the ear. 2 spares in a row. I'll give him 10 pins, please. Thank you. Play will resume. Greg Schriefer, second frame. Ouch.
How do you feel about single pins?
There's another one. Our only strike is a trip 5-7 so far from Jeff Kapper. And Greg will be all over that single. Hits are even headed to the third frame. It is 197 to 160. 7-pin lead for
crowd stay to watch this match.
Yeah, decent crowd. 37-pin lead for Team Kapper. Hits are even, 3-3. Here's a spare fill for JD Davis. The double baby split.
Sometimes I call it the white picket fence.
2-3-7-10. Hit something sideways.
It's not a fucking fence.
Marvin leaves a 10. Spare fill of 9.
What magic ball you got here, JD?
Something that hits something sideways, hopefully.
Not enough magic.
Not enough sideways. Not enough magic. Marvin at the 10 pin. Yes, all over it. JD will take 9, 34 in the third. Marvin Dorr 39 plus in the third. Now Haley coming off a 4-count middle rip last frame. Haley leaves a 7. Ow, says the approach.
I'm trying to calculate how many stars we have in this matchup. I'm trying to remember how many JD has. Here, this is
It's a non-zero number.
It's a non-zero number. It's either 1 or 2. I know he won the South Side once.
Haley has a WNDA star.
Yes.
10 or 3.
10 or 3.
Mr. 10 or 3. And the thing is, when he's 10 or 3, his 10s are no doubt.
His 10s are 12s.
Yeah. They break the scale and maybe the cushion. And I watch him practice here every so often. He'll randomly turn it on and just start stringing strikes. But that one was a no doubt. See if Eric could do more of the same. Working on 2 spares to start the game.
Heavy.
Tight. Hey.
Da-na-na. Da-na-na.
Scott Van Pelt with the 7 spare on 1 ball. Trips that 4-7-8 out for the start. Something about single pins, David. There's a 10 pin for Nick
It's
Morales.
almost like this pair likes to leave single pins a lot.
Throw it better.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I'll take my single pin. Yeah.
All right. Chris Hook, third frame. Ripped the middle last frame, had an 8 box.
A little light.
Very light, and another split. 2-7-8.
Come on, get it moving up here. Give it a ride.
Nick, off the mark. Nick 3 opens to start this match. 2-7-8 for Chris. Oh no! He did exactly what he had to do. Could not get it to go. Takes the 10. 33. through the fourth. Sorry, 33 through the third, excuse me.
Well, the most stars on this pair, Greg Schrafer.
Yep.
He's got he's got about 5 of them combined.
Someone just paused Jeff Kapper. Now they press play. Ooh, that's 2. It's
Hey, you made this twice earlier.
almost tough to switch into this final match environment. It's almost too quiet. Gotta refocus. Spare fill for Greg is wide of target and 4. And not a simple 4 either. That's the 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 10.
Just blast that hole and hope you hit the head pin.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
That's a 4 count, and that's an ugly third ball coming up for Jeff Kapper.
I'm gonna go first ball.
Four on and 4 out for Jeff.
That's it.
Greg, to his credit, will take 10 out from that weird multi-pinner. That is a very hurting frame for Jeff. It's an 8 over his box with 2 marks, and he had a 20 box. RJ to close out the third frame, working on a single pin spare. Oof, 1, 5, 8. 2 count. So Greg actually outcounts his bowler with 4 off the side. RJ leaves a 3-7. Will be 2 marks on the board for Kapper and 2 marks on the board for Davis. RJ takes 9, that is 40. 26-pin lead for Team Kapper. Rendor with the strike on spare. 26-pin match means that Team Davis up 2 pins scratch going into this frame.
My goodness.
All is for 9 there. I'll fall down right. Guy can't stop kicking himself with his own. Take your time out. You alright?
JD looking for the cover. He's got it.
Another 9 ball.
5 off the wall.
I'm not bleeding
Miracle
anymore.
surgery.
Lee Brown spare fill.
The ball. Oh, no.
I think that ball was drifting away on her. Didn't hit.
It catched a little bit too early.
Jeremy Killingworth for the double.
Alright, me too.
To his credit, a good ball. Pushing through 6.
Alright, get a move up there.
Haley, look at this shot. Oh!
That ball didn't catch.
That ball, yeah, the first ball caught. That one didn't. Strike count for Jeremy, 2, 4, 6, 10. The whole 6 count. That one's sliding on Haley as well, 8 on 8 out.
Wow. Come on, Nick. Right there. Come on. You're due, Nick. You're due, Nick.
6 box. 45 and 4th for Jeremy. Nick Morales, 4th frame.
Oh, my.
There's our first one of the finals.
Come sit down.
That's his 2nd or 3rd on camera.
That's a bunch he has on camera.
It might be his 3rd.
I think it's his 3rd.
Yikes. All right, Eric Wang going for a double. All marks so far.
Mix!
Good ball.
Solid 5.
Round 1, House, round 1. Alright, go get it, Nick.
Kapper working on 38 in the fourth, or in 38 in the third, coming off of a 4-on-4 out. Great chopped and chased. That ball way left the target.
Ooh, that's not good.
1, 5, 8, 9, 10. To rip the middle to make this. Eric Wink just a single 5 for the 20 bucks. Hold on,
No.
it does not.
It kind of rushed his
Yeah, he
release.
rushed it. Didn't follow through all the way. Or lift it. Might see him lift this one a little more. Yeah, he got that. Barely hits it, but he got that one out on the lane a little farther.
Hey, Jeff, what do you got with this shot?
Got to pound the body. Or hit really light. Nice try. Just not quite full enough on the head pin. All right. Chris Hook looking to turn his game around. He's got 33. Almost had the split conversion last frame. See what he does here in the fourth.
Hello? 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 Hello?
I'm gone. I'm in the utility room.
Yeah, this place is Candyland,
No, I did not, actually. I did not. It was,
Harsh. Pretty harsh.
I will say sometimes on this pair, you'll do that. You'll play with this really good ball, and it's just kind of this bizarrely.
That was
Just don't
eight. That was
understand.
8 in a hurry. That is 3 consecutive splits for Chris Hook. He has not missed a break this game. That's 42 in the fourth.
Ugh.
RJ, well, keeping it fair for both teams. Isn't RJ with pocket 7-8. Greg Schriefer. Solid 8. Team Kapper 2 marks in this frame. Will be 2. RJ goes open. If Greg can spare this 8 pin, we stay even hits. Got it. All right. Puts Team Davis at 289. Team Kapper has retaken the lead scratch. See how RJ popped that pin out? Drilled that 7, popped out. That's what I mean on that lane. Anyway, 321 to 289. That is a 32 pin lead for Team Kapper. Hits are even. 2-2. Marvin for the double.
Ooh, man.
Leaves a 6.
Gotta have murdered that pin. If that popped out, I might have rolled into it.
So the momentum swinger, which really hasn't happened yet at all for Team Davis, they run into some splits. The momentum swinger would be JD throwing the double right now.
Don't think that was gonna be a double.
I think he hated it the second he let it go. 4 off the side on the first ball. Marvin just a single 6. Pushes it wide. Count on the strike. Marvin takes 9. That is a 77 first half. JD takes 9. JD seems trailing by 35.
Not bad.
Haley in the pocket leaves the 5. Kapper says same ball might make it. Jeremy off the side for a fun 6. This is the 1-2-4 with the 6 pick.
There are not many fun 6s. This one's probably close.
Yeah, close. Haley's got it.
Just the tip.
Jeremy does not have it.
Yeah, pin side on that shot's risky. It's much harder.
You have to be perfect.
Yeah, much harder to send the pin over.
Yeah, the flight of the ball is a little more predictable. Jeremy with the 9 box, 54 half. Overall, some low scores for Team Davis in this first half.
Everybody put a Band-Aid on.
Team Kapper isn't exactly lighting the world on fire, but They're keeping Team Davis at arm's length for the time being. They said do it again as the ball went down there, and he almost did it again. He got named the backdoor strike. Eric Wink, 5th frame. Working off a missed single.
Oh,
That's a duck. He only lost, really lost 2 pins in count.
really unbalanced when he threw that ball.
Yeah.
It was flying left.
Yeah. Oh, no. 8 count on the strike for Nick.
That's one gooder.
Got it. 2 spare for Eric Wank.
Come on. Let's go.
I'm not putting the 2 down. It's for the point.
Well, let's see if he's right. Hey, hold on. Let's not laugh at him yet.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. Let's see if he's right. John Davis Jr. yells turning point. After that 8-pinner, let's see if he's right. Because Chris Hook is due for a turning point here. He's got 42 and he hasn't missed a break.
I recommend not leaving the, what was that,
4-9
4-9?
on crush.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
We'll see what he does here in the 5th frame. Is this the turning point?
Well, that ball was not going to leave 4-9.
Well, it's a better lead.
Push it through now. Whoa.
5th frame for Jeff Kapper. He has 48 in the 4th. 3 through the middle. Chris at the 1-8. Got to hit it heavy. Oh, does not get it to go.
It was a good shot at it, though.
Yep.
He just barely missed where he needed to hit it. Surprised he doesn't send ball. But I guess because his ball's so light.
Ball's light. That's one where I'm picking up a 312 all day long.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, nice attempt, Jeff Kapper. Chris holds the wood. Disappointing 52. That feels like he could have had more if he got the breaks. But not trailing his man by a ton. Again, this game, Team Kapper is out in front and has been out in front the whole time. But as Jeff goes 8 box, this game is nowhere near any sort of over. They're up 42 pins, and Team Davis is actually up a count, which is this count right here from Greg Schreifer.
Oh, what a ball.
See you later to 9 of those pins. Greg leaves a single 10. That pulls the game to about 30 pins in half a game like this. Is
There's plenty of time out there.
plenty of time. RJ in the 5th.
1-5.
1-5 only again. Second time in a row on lane 6. Greg at the 10. No trouble. Brings it back. 2 hits on the board. It likely will be a hit lead for Team Davis. See what RJ can do here on the second ball. Oh. That's an attempt. Not going to give that the opportunity to walk off the lip, but I don't think it was going to.
Had that pin hit the lip, he might have had a shot at me.
It would have shot back towards the.
It was probably a good 4 inches
jack.
in front of the lip.
Yep. It was right on that shadow line from the new lights. RJ, which is about, call it about 15 inches in front of the lip.
I don't think it was that far.
Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't want to.
No.
Oh, there you go.
Marvin Dorr with the strike to start the second half.
Let's go.
Take another look at that one.
Nice call, JD.
Tight 1-3 hit gets the 2-4 to go off the right wall. Set him gently this time, Sherman.
Ding.
Good. Do better, lane 6. You're embarrassing you. 6 frame for JD.
Good break.
Good break. Tight hit. That's a good break. Leaves the 6. Spare fill for Haley Brown is left. And that is only 2. Haley all marks on lane 6, but has struggled on 5 this game. Counts of 4, 8, and 2, and has not even had a 10 box thus far on lane 5. JD all over the 6 pin for the mark.
don't think she liked it when she let it go.
Well, she almost made it. So, at least she's going to hold the count, the wood pretty well. 6 frame for Jeremy. See if he can go back to his 10s. Ugh, pushes through the middle for 5. Airy with 10.
Second ball, first ball just ran on me. Ran just a tiny bit on me.
All right, 2 more. I like it. There you go, one. You're all right. Firing. All right, come on.
Jeremy takes 9 out of that middle rip.
Go get it.
A 35-pin lead for Team Davis, or 35-pin lead for Kapper. They are down 2 hits. So that will be around a 20-pin match as it currently stands. Here's a spare fill for Eric Wink. He's by far the highest score on Team Davis so far at 78 plus in the fifth.
On the pair, really.
On the pair, yes.
9.
Oh.
Well, they ask for 9, they get 8. Eric leaves the 1-3, counts 886 half, pretty respectable. Just 1 open so far. Nick at the 1-3-6. Oh, God. Almost had that on the bounce back. Open frame. Nick's only mark of the game, backdoor strike on lane 5. Eric at the 1-3 pocket, and he's got it for the spare. Nick, 9 box.
Big half a game.
66 through 6. The low score on the pair right now is actually Chris Hook at 52.
He's only thrown 1 bad ball this game.
Yeah, and that was the
First ball, last frame.
first ball last frame. All of his spare shot attempts have been decent on the splits. Again, he almost had that 2-7-8 conversion in the 3rd frame. Then left a 4-9 on a crush. 6 frame for Jeff Kapper. He leads Chris by 4 pins. Another deuce. Got a couple deuces this game, a couple balls left to target.
Yeah, very chop heavy from Team Kapper right now.
Here's Chris Hook.
That's on the
All right, got a break. Leaves the 10 pin. It's his first spare break since the 1st. Jeff Kapper at the 8-pinner. Does not get it to go.
Yeah, a little heavy on the head pin.
Chris Hook can pull back another hit. No. As it stands, there's 3 marks on the board for Team Davis, just 1 for Team Kapper. Chris holds 10. Kapper, good try at 10, holds 9. Chris holds wood, pulls a pin back there. It's now a 25-pin lead for Team Kapper. They are down 2 counts. 25 and down 2 counts is where you start getting the single digits. Because it's the true lead. Greg taking a little extra time and off he goes. Spare fill. High and tight gets 8. Leaves the 2-4. 8 count gives him 69 in the 5th. Here's RJ to close out. 6 frame.
Hey.
Top and bottom strike for Kapper. 2 marks in the frame.
Come on, fire us up again. Let's go.
Greg Schreeper at the 2-4 to match. He does. So Team Davis does head to the 7th frame, up 1 count. It is 434, 417. 17-pin match with Davis up a hit. You can roughly call that a 10-pin game.
All right, JD on his tougher pair. Got him marked every time on 6.
Yeah, he has not marked yet on lane 5. Blows through the middle. 6.
All right, come on, get it moving up here.
Marvin Dorr for the double. 5-9.
Vader didn't carry through. Yep, good break though.
Yeah, you see, he kind of gave the okay hand. He's like, I'm cool with that. That might tell me that he didn't snap that as much as he wanted to. Sorry, he was already spare count. 6 count. And a pick. Marvin Dorr, 20 bucks. 8 out for JD, 83 through 7.
8 target points for an 8. Never fun.
Yeah, that was objects every frame, wasn't it? Haley Brown, 7th frame. That's in the pocket. It leaves the 8. Jeremy in the 7th. 8-10 on a tight hit. Oof. Haley's got the mark. Jeremy went for the touch shot there. Didn't quite catch the 10 pin. A third ball coming. I feel like his teammate yelled good 8 the second he let that ball go.
I thought I heard 8 in the moment that ball let go. Alright, Nick's kind of struggling to get to the head pin in this game. He's gonna get it that time. Ugh.
And get nothing for it.
Dread it.
Yeah, leave the 2-1. Eric Wank, the glue in the 3-hole, holding the team together right now.
Yeah, him and Marvin, best bowlers on this pair right now.
Eric is 5 out of 6 with just 1 strike. 96 plus in the 6. Here's a spare fill. Hits it.
Got it. Heavy hit.
Shows Jeremy how to get that tight hit to carry, but as Bobby Stockton would say, rotation. Oh! Nick Morales showing off his house bowling skills. Leave a lot of 2-1s at Southwest, and he slides that one beautifully for the spare.
Man's hit 1 head pin this game and makes that shot.
I mean, that's right on time or something. Let's see if Chris Hook can put a strike behind Eric. Good ball to leave the 5 pin. That was he was trying to read the rule book there. Didn't miss a single last frame. Jeff Kapper, 7th frame. Got 3 spares in front of him. Left again. That one just 5. That ball had nothing on it. Chris Hook, 5 pin. All right.
There you go, Chris.
Chris back on the board for the first time since the first frame. 72 plus in the 7th.
Tough shot for Jeffrey, and I'm not sure I like this ball.
Got to catch it very tight on the head pin. Hey, he does. Great shot.
That's worth a replay. I'll give it a replay.
Yeah, 4 consecutive spares for Team Kapper. And that leads to a strike fill from RJ in the bottom of the 7th. Spare fill for Greg Schreiber. Left.
All right, that's good. Oh. Ah! He has no idea.
Put your ball back, Greg. No, you don't need to do that. I love that he hit Deadwood, as if there was supposed to be something standing. Greg, the pins are gone, buddy. You're done. No, that's the end of the frame. Just had to take a long look at it again to make sure. You know what? The strike count's just as good. And that was the time for them to need it. Bottom 3 marks for Team Davis.
Fortunately, 4 marks on the other side, and they're filling a 5th right now.
Yeah, and there's going to be possibly 5 marks. This is for the star frame. All spare star frame, and they've got it. 5 persons, all spare star frame in the 7th frame of a championship match. That's pretty good. It is a 15-pin lead for Team Kapper, 504 to 489. Team Kapper is up 2 hits, headed to the 8th. Eighth frame for JD. Oh, bombs away, baby. Whatever. I don't know, whatever that was.
Match it?
Did it distract Marvin? Not at all.
The blanket cover.
Saw JD get the ball out, said, hey, maybe I'll try that. Here's Jeremy. Oh, time for fireworks.
Our replay button getting some use now.
Yep, we got double replays there, picture in picture. There's a picture in the picture in picture. So,
Sorry, that's how the system
set
works.
that up. Sherman trying to keep up.
All right, well, you all do it again.
Haley, spare fill.
Pretty good. All right, that would have been 4 strikes in a row for the pair, maybe. Ooh. Just in front of that 4-pin. Ellie will take the 8 count, 89 through 7.
If Eric throws a strike there, this place might explode.
They kind of need to catch a double somewhere to put some pressure. At least stay consistent with the marks. Eric for the double. Light. 278. That ball got away from him a little. Haley, no, picks it. That is David, I'll tell you, you don't like certain shooting certain inverted 2-pinners. If there's a 2-pinner I don't want to pick, it's that one. Let me pick the 4-8, that's fine, it's inverted. 4-7, and I throw the ball, I throw it just like Haley, across the lane like that. That shouldn't even be possible. 8 count for Eric on the strike. Haley will take that.
The momentary
It's
pause.
like, well, and then the ball decided to go sideways at 50
I'm
feet.
nibbling. I'm biting.
All right, Eric with the 8 on, 124 through the 7th. Only his second open of the game. To his credit, keeps the all-wood game going with that 2-8 chop.
Filling that split shot he made last frame.
See what he does with it. It's been off the head pin a lot. He was actually on the head pin last frame, left a split. See what he does here. Left again. This time he gets the max penalty. 2 count on the spare. And isn't it amazing how he hasn't cut a deuce at all in this match, and then the one time he's got a spare count, he cuts a deuce. Look out.
Right idea.
Played the correct side of it to make it go. And did not get it to go. Chris Hook got it. Tight hit and finally some pin carry in this match that has gone his way. Trips the 3-4. Nick Morales takes 10. I'll tell you what, when you're staring down 5 spares, this is the kind of frame you have to have. They've put up 3 strikes this frame. Greg Schrieffer now steps up to close out the 8th frame for Team Davis. He is filling a strike for the double. 4-10.
Yeah, that ball hit a little light.
Could have been overthrown a hair too.
Yeah, it's unfortunate he didn't get out the 10 pin on the ball.
Yeah. Spare fill for Jeff Kapper. Right at target. Counts have not. Oh, that got better. Yeah. Good advice. That'll come through at home. Oh, 8 count. David? What do you make of the decision to go for that there?
I'm fine with it. I mean, like, what's the worst that's gonna happen there? You get 8 boxes framed.
Right. I can't say I would have played the slide on that though. I might have played the wall.
Yeah, I can see that.
And,
I usually.
and
play
that's
wall.
also me knowing me that I tend to miss left if I'm going to miss.
Hey, nice
Jeff
shot.
gets the spare. And then I know if I miss left, I'm going to hit the 4-pin anyway if I'm playing the wall shot. Plays the wall that time and takes his medicine. So 3 marks on the board for Team Davis. There are technically 3 because RJ's about to fill his, but so far only 2 in the 8th frame. I think the to be determined of all this is that Team Davis is going to be filling 3 strikes. Here's RJ to close out the 8th. Spare fill. Solid 5-pin.
That was not the pin I thought that ball would
No.
leave.
I would have figured a corner pin there. That ball was crunched, just didn't get the 5 out. Gives him 98 through the 7th. Check our scores. Okay, good. 88, cool. RJ at the 5, he's got it. We are even hits with 2 frames to go. Your score, 589, 564. 25-pin lead for Team Kapper. They have kept Team Davis at arm's length this whole match. They have to hold them off for 2 more frames. Marvin for the double. Big break just to leave the 6-pin. That could have been 7. That could have been a 6-count split, zigzag, something like that. JD for the 8th, 9th double. What do you say? Off the side. 8 leaves the 3-6. Marvin for the spare. Got it. In the face. 20 box for Marvin. He's doing a phenomenal job from the leadoff spot, plugging away this game. 147 plus in the 9th without a double. JD for the spare, yes. And I will bring to your attention as it comes down to the 10th frame. Marvin, 3 strikes in a row on lane 5. Haley in the 9th, off the side, leaves 3-6. When did we see that script before? About 20 seconds ago.
All right, Jeremy, the strike fell here. Gunner 3.
Will be a good time for 10. For the double.
You bet.
Jeremy Killingsworth, right on time, delivers a C in the 1-3 pocket. Haley covers her spare. That is a big ball. And you can't help but think, Dave, that one of those 3 strike fills had to be a double.
Yeah.
At least one of them had to be a double.
And with the bowler's throwing on one of them, probably was going to be a double.
Again, to Team Davis's credit, they're putting together some good frames here to keep themselves in the match. You've got a 20 box on the first strike fill. You've got a double. Eric does step up on an open here, but he is the high score on the team through 8. He's in the pocket. 4-7.
Can we sneak one?
Nope, ball just a hair tight on the 1-3, leaves a fast 8. 9th frame for Nick Morales coming off of a 2-count 10 box. He's at 88.
Yeah.
Almost another 2 and 1.
Awful break on that ball.
Tight hit leaves the 2-6. We'll have to play the same kind of slide shot he did last time on lane 6. Eric at the 4-7, got to go, and it does.
There's no way that ball got there. No way.
Game starting to tighten just a little bit. Nick open in the 9th. I'll tell you, in terms of bowler to bowler separation, the biggest one is in that 3 hole. Eric up considerably on his man. Nick takes 10. And Eric up 46 and a hit on his man through 9 is a big difference maker in this game right now. Chris Hook, strike Phil for the double. Hated it. He knew it was high. Punches out 5 again. Punched out 5, almost the same exact 5 in the 2nd frame when he was filling the spare. He is on a strike fill here. I think you wait and you get to see Jeff's count ball here, and I think that might determine how aggressive you get. But if Jeff's count ball is bad, I'm laying up. That's just me. Let's see what Jeff does here. High and tight. Another 2 and 1. I don't know. What do you think about laying up or going for this?
I'll probably go for it.
See what Chris does.
But I'm usually shooting right side anyway. My ball.
Yeah. Quickly firing the 3rd ball. Chris, 7 on and 9 out. 108 through the 9th. Just not had the breaks going his way this game. Jeff shooting 2-4-6.
Big shot in this game.
Started that ball on the 2-pin, let it walk left, and that is perfect.
There's still even hits aside. Team Kapper up 16 pins.
Yep. Greg takes a re-rack for that deadwood hanger, which is going to let RJ throw his count ball first. Here's RJ in the 9th.
There it goes. Let's give Sherman a little bit of time. He gets work done.
He does. Helps ignoring supervising too. Greg got to paint the box here. And he will.
Yeah,
That's a big strike there in the bottom of the 9th. All right, we head to the final frame of this tournament. 26 pins apart. Team Kapper is on 4 hits. Team Davis is on 5. 26 pin lead for Kapper. They are down a hit. Anything can happen here. This is championship match, 10th frame. Got a lot of counts to fill. Here's JD.
There you go.
I heard a yes, John from a John.
Drilled him. 10 gone. How does Marvin respond? We'll take 9 on that hit, Dave. 9 is fine on that ball that almost stole 10. Leaves him a break. Good count. 156 through the 9th, and Marvin has missed the 5 pin. That can stir the pot.
Remember last game? We all got started. The turnaround in the quarterfinals. JD
right.
throwing on the triple.
We'll see what happens here for the 10th frame double. Little light going away and leaves the 5-10. Marvin drops pin and wood, shoots a very nice 165. JD, though, has pulled back some pins here. Just how many is he going to pull back? This game is going to tighten up considerably now. JD, 9 more, shoots 142. It is 669 to 684. Davis down at 15 pins. They are up a hit. Haley Brown, spare fill. 4. This is a double fill for
That ball
Jeremy.
caught into the lane early on it.
This ball could decide the match. Jeremy Killingsworth for the triple. Solid 4. Big 29 count. Has a break. Haley, a makeable shot. Not an easy one. No, way off target. Gotta hold the wood. Wood is gonna matter here. Jeremy can basically pull back 2 hits with a mark here. Just a single 4. He's in the face. Spare shooting when he needed it the most.
Basically, need to win.
Haley 4 on and 10 out. She shoots 123.
Sorry, guys. My bad.
They're going to be in the lead. They're in the lead. They're in the lead by this count ball. Whatever Jeremy gets on this ball is the lead for Team Davis.
9.
4. It is a 4-pin match. They are up 702 to 698. Hits are even 2 to 2. More than that, they're even 1 spare and 1 strike apiece. Both strikes are on the anchor bowlers. Anything can happen here. 10th frame for Nick Morales, lane 5. And no help from the belt. He leaves the 10 on a ball that looked like it was going to be the 9-10. Count balls are critical here. Eric Wenk is going to want a full count. Working on 144 in the 9th and a spare up. All of them. Right on time. Eric Wenk been rock solid all game long. Perfect ball in the 10th. 164 in 2 balls. Does Nick spare the 10 pin? No, sir. Off the mark. That is now, as far as I'm concerned, advantage Davis. Headed to the last two bowlers. It will be Kapper up ahead in the last two bowlers, but I think that it's advantage Team Davis. I think Morales takes 10 for a 108. Team Davis up 14 pins. They still have this count to fill. Let's say Eric gets a spare here. Would be a 24-pin lead down a count. It's a big back three frames from Team Davis. For the double. Solid 5.
Nice pitch, baby. Cover it up. There you go. One more. Come on, Wayne.
For the 20 box, he's got it. Fantastic 174 there from Eric Wank without a double. An all-wood game. 24-pin lead for Team Davis, and they are down a count.
I think Kapper's going to put up a couple marks here.
Still anything can happen, but for the first time in the match, Team Davis has the lead, and it now comes down to boxes 49 and 50. Hold it. 2 count. Fortunately, I think the nerve got to Jeff there.
Man, just held on to it. He's got to let it go. Set it free.
Chris Hook, 49th frame of the team.
Help! That's help!
Almost steals them all.
Don't mind it. All right, take advantage, us.
Jeff Kapper for the spare. Does not get it to go. Chris Hook looking for the insurance mark right here. Just the head pin. Just an ordinary head pin. Got the spare. Look at the density of marks in the last 3.5 frames for Team Davis.
All right, load it up.
1, 2. They have left 3 frames open in their last 17. They're 14 for their last 17. Spare fill for Chris Hook. All 10. A grind to get to 128.
Staying alive in the pool.
An absolute grind, but he gets 20 when they needed it the most, and that almost pushed the game out of reach. RJ Hodges has to strike on this one. Is required. The pins are not there to get unless he strikes right here. Solid 10, and Team Davis is your 2025 SDS Summer Smash champion. Greg. Really, that all comes down to the back 3 frames. RJ off the mark. That is a 9 count on the strike. Greg finds the head pin. It's insane to look at the separation at the end. It looks like this was in Davis's hands the whole game, but it really wasn't.
They just loaded in the last 4 frames.
Yep. Yeah, that is 15 of their last 18 marks. Final ball of the tournament. Greg takes 8, and your final score, Team Davis 780, Team Kapper 739. Can we get some yes Johns in the chat?
Yeah, can we get some yes Johns in the chat?
Can I get a microphone?
All right, winner's interview here. It's gonna be that webcam there.
Okay.
Kind of do that. All right. So JD, good performance today on TV. Good
Thank you,
comeback
thank
there
you.
at the end by the team.
Appreciate it.
How important is it in your life, your role as a meme on Duck Fins Forever?
A meme on Duck Fins Forever. Well, it has to be somebody. So I'm glad it's me. I do need to make a political statement for everyone here. Me, Eric Wank, Chris Hook, Greg Striefer, and Jeremy Killingsworth are the inaugural mayor and city council of Dub City. And I have $800. So.
Oh,
rolling-
that actually real? What does it
I
smell
hope
like?
so.
Smell like money?
No,
Yeah.
so-
Anyway, sorry. So had a couple clutch moments there. We will remind you of. I'm gonna pull up on the
Oh,
scoreboard.
you got it.
Where is that? That ball right there, top of the 10th frame.
Yeah.
You guys ended up going 15 out of your last 18 frames with marks. What was it like to pull off that comeback?
Felt good. When Greg threw his strike in the 9th, we were still down about like 15 in a hit maybe.
Yeah.
And I looked at Greg and I said, win one box, and got it started. And then they went down the line. Jeremy threw a good ball on his double, covered it up. Wank threw a smasher. Chris, a little lucky, covered it up. Good count. And at that point, it was done.
Yeah, you guys have been kept at about arm's length the first 8 frames, but you came storming back at the end. Well, there we go. Spend it wisely. We'll do the
Thank you.
on-camera handshake.
Appreciate it, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. You're doing good.
JD Davis, not Jay Davis.
That's
JD
right.
Davis.
There's 2 of them, but
Yeah.
there's one.
This
There's
one's the
one.
winner
There's
today.
one.